Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a video that is going to be pre-recorded. It should be only uploaded a day after it's recorded, so the information should not be too irrelevant. But this is going to be an in-shop review of basically everything that's currently in the shop right now, and just whether it is worth it or not to buy, in my opinion, and just some, things about the tanks and everything about that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the shop right now, so we're going to go ahead and jump straight into the video and go through this as quick as we can so that I won't waste too much of your time. So the very first thing is going to be the license for the Battle Pass. This is completely useless. Do not buy it. It just basically switches around missions. For $3, not worth it. We have Premium Pass here, which is just the regular pass. You're going to be getting those extra tanks and the rewards with them. It's worth it, especially if you're a new player. I probably won't get it just because the tank in the Battle Pass really for me isn't worth it, and I don't need many of the resources since I basically have all the tanks in the game. Extended Pass here is basically just the Battle Pass, but $15 more for 20 more levels. I would say this is not worth it personally. I don't think $15 is worth it to literally save like a week's time to get a new tank, Not really that worth it in my opinion. So next up we have Object 268 version 4 containers. This is a really new thing. This just came out. And honestly, I don't know that much about the tank, whether it's worth it or not. They are crates though, so personally I would stay away from them. I might risk it and try to go for the 16k gold bundle on this just because I need something to do with my gold, to be honest, and there has not been anything I've wanted in the shop for a while, but I do want the 268 version 4. This tank is really, really good with the armor. It has a 600 alpha gun, great pin, all that sort of stuff, Soviet TD sort of things. Quite an insane tank that I thought whenever I faced it most of the time with the armor profile. So I will have to probably make a review about this tank, get some more information on it, whether I think it's worth it or not. But yeah, for now I would probably stay away from those crates. Next up we have surprise container crates. These are more crates again, where you're going to be getting, basically crates for crates. I would not be getting these because it's literally a crate for a crate. Not really worth it in my opinion if you're trying to get a specific tank. But again, if you don't have anything to do with your gold like me, maybe you should get. Maybe you could get them and see if you get anything. But personally, I would stay away from those. Next up, we have the T95E6, which is a Tier 10 American heavy tank for only 17.5k gold. I think this is a pretty good deal because of how cheap it is compared to a lot of other Tier 10 premium tanks that are sold. It's not a horrible tank, it's not a great tank. In my opinion, it's basically just a little worse Chieftain Mark 6, and the Chieftain Mark 6 is a really, really good tank. So this is obviously not a horrible tank, it's a decent Tier 10. I think it's for a Tier 10 worth it for the price. Out of all the Tier 10 premiums though, this is probably one of the lesser ones, I would say. But if you're looking for a cheap Tier 10 premium, this is probably one of the best things you're going to get. Here is the container for that tank where you have a 25% chance, I believe, to get the T95E6 here. Let me actually look. Oh, shoot. Let me look right here. Yeah, 25% chance. And if you don't get it, you're going to get 7.5k gold. This is an okay deal, I would say, because you're guaranteed to get at least 7.5k gold for $23 with a, 1 in 4 chance to get the T95E6. So, it's a possibility. I would decide by myself, though, if you wanted to risk it for this. Personally, I would just straight up buy the tank. Next, we have Scorpion G containers here, which these are with a, what is the drop percent? A 4%, yeah, a 4% drop chance for this, which is okay, not a horrible drop chance. But you're going to be getting 19 containers here for 15k gold, which isn't horrible. So for crates, this isn't horrible, but since they are crates, again, not going to recommend it. Next up, we have a pretty sweet deal here, which is 2 of a kind. You're going to get the SU-130PM and the LT-432 right here. 2 very good Soviet tanks right here for only 13.5k gold. I think this is definitely a pretty solid deal for anyone to get for that price. Not bad at all. Would probably recommend that one. Next up, we have Brave Platoon right here, which is going to be giving you the T-4485 and the Loza Sherman for 6.5k gold. Now, these are 2 tanks that were pretty easy to get in events that in the last year or so, so there's a good chance you already have these tanks, but if you don't, especially the T-4485 is a pretty good tank. I really enjoy playing that tank, and the Loza Sherman's not a bad tank either, just pretty similar to the Tech Tree version or many of the other premium copies of it. For 6.5k gold, if you don't have both those tanks, it's not a bad deal at all, I would say. Not really the most ideal tank for the Loza here. Loza isn't my favorite tank. It's pretty good though, actually. So for most people, this is probably going to be a pretty decent deal. Next up, we have the Amex CDC. This is a tank here for 6.5k gold. You guys will get 2 collect them all containers. This isn't a bad deal here. It's a little expensive, but you do get quite a few things with it. This one is definitely a fun tank to play. It has no armor though, so if you are it's basically a light tank. So if you are not good with having no armor and stuff, this is definitely not the tank for you. But I personally enjoy the tank, and 6.5k gold isn't too bad. Next up, we have the T14 right here for 2k gold. This is only a tier 5 tank, and you get 14 days of premium with it. But for 2k gold, not a bad deal. That's pretty cheap. You really shouldn't be hurting too much from only spending 2k gold. Next up, we have Fast and Reliable here for $5. You're going to be getting the BTSV and the SU-76I and a collectible container. Personally, I would not recommend this just because tier 3 tanks really don't get played that much, and a lot of times you're just going to completely forget about these 2 tanks and basically never play them and waste your money. That's for most people. Some people do really enjoy playing tier 3, so you could probably make that up on your own, your mind up on that on your own, because I'm not really an avid tier 3 enjoyer and really don't know if this is worth it in that marketplace. But for me, I would stay away from that. Alright, next up we have a lot of resources here. I'm not really going to talk about the resources too much just because they're a lot of the times pretty self-explanatory for what you get, unlike a tank, which could be really good or really bad. So, you can see what deals are the best here for yourself and how much money you have. So I'm not really going to go over these too much at all. Yeah, don't buy these right here. Don't buy camo containers or boosters. Don't get those. Yeah, don't buy any of those. You pretty much nothing to go over there. Now we just have the plain tank deals. I've already gone over quite a few of these, so this is just, yeah. The only new thing here is we have SU-130PM and LT-432 by themselves. This would be a deal right here if you have the Scorpion G already. You probably don't want the SU-130PM because they're pretty much the same tank. So this would be where you would buy the LT-432 for 8.5k gold. It's a little expensive, but it's not a horrible deal. I honestly don't remember too much about this tank. It's been a while since I've done anything with this tank, or not done anything, but thought about it, talked about it, or anything. So I think this is a little much for this tank possibly, but if I can't remember if it's like OP or if it's just regular, normal tank sort of thing. But 8.5k gold for a tier 8 is a little expensive. And for the SU-130PM over here, the same thing pretty much. It's a pretty good tank. It's decent, but it's a little expensive at 8.5k gold. They're definitely a good deal together though. Gone over that already. Here we have the Loza and the T-4485 to get separate here. For this deal, I would probably not get either of these separate. I would get them together if you don't have both of them, because it's only like 2k more or 1.5k more gold, I believe. How much gold is it? Oh no, it is 2k gold more. So you're only saving about 1,000 gold if you get them together. So if you only want one of those tanks, go for the individual deals. Alright, next up we just have the tanks that are here normally. Don't really need to go over them. Only a few things left now. We have just the regular gold bundles. Obviously, usually you're going to be your best deal for gold most of the time unless there's a special deal in shop. And then we have the Esports thing right here, which is where if you play tournaments that give you season coins, or you do rating battles, I believe that's still a thing, do rating battles, you will get these season coins, which are, in my opinion, a really good thing, because I had like 8.5k of them or whatever, and got quite a few, like 6 esports containers, and got myself a T-2063 for completely free, the tier 7 American medium tank. I hope I said that right. I might have mixed up some of the numbers or letters there. But yeah, this is a really just nice thing because you don't actually have to buy any of these things. And if you do enough, like if I had done one more rating season, like this rating season, or done a couple tournaments, I could have gotten myself a Centurion Mark V for free. I already have the Centurion Mark V in the M4 FL10, but yeah, that's a really sweet deal. So I always recommend doing tournaments and ratings for the season coins, because that's going to get you some actually pretty good rewards here. Like, that is an amazing tank, the Centurion Mark V. So yeah, if you want to be grinding for those to get the Centurion Mark V or Esports container or the M4 FL10, is 100% worth it. Alright, so that is pretty much it for the in-shop review, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, quite a few pretty sweet deals in there and stuff. And again, season coins are pretty sweet. I like those a lot. But yeah, that is everything that is currently in the shop right now. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.